Good morning, my name is Owen.
I'm Lynn.
And we are Van Trekking Lifestyle. And in the background, Maggie is coming. We're out at our place today at home, and we're walking Maggie. And this morning, we released a video about our experience with trying to use Thousand Trails. And we wanted to take a few moments while we're walking today and explain to you why we even thought about doing it.
Yeah, I think that would be informational too. So.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to walk Maggie, and then we're going to talk to you guys a little bit about why we thought that was a good idea. And we really, as God is my witness, thought turkeys could fly.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Hey, pretty girl. Hey, pretty girl.
So as you can tell, we are all bundled up, but so is Maggie.
So there were two main reasons that Owen thought that Thousand Trails was a good idea. You want to tell them what they are?
Yeah, I guess the first one was the financial reason. You know, Thousand Trails for us, when we caught it on sale for $150 off, it made a lot of sense. In about 6 weeks of using it, we could get our money back, which if you're good with math like I am and the gazintas, that's 46 weeks for the rest of the year that it's free to stay anywhere you want to stay. That's a good deal. The second reason is that it added availability to the area of Florida for us. There were 46 or 48 campgrounds that are available there, and those campsites are in parks that have dump stations and water and trash and a place for us to wash clothes. And if you followed us for any amount of time at all, you know that we'll stay out for a week or so, and then we'll find a campground for a couple of days, and then we'll go back out again. But in Florida, when you try to book that, usually the most you can get would be 1 or 2 nights at a campground. So you find yourself moving about every 2 or 3 days, and it wears you out. You have no time to rest, and you have very little time to explore an area. You get to see a lot of Florida, but you don't get to explore a particular area and find the things that you love. So we thought being able to stay there for 14 days would increase that availability and let us spend more time in one area and become better acquainted with what we really love to do there. In theory, that was a good reason to sign up for Thousand Trails.
So if you watched our other Thousand Trails video, you realize that we were not able to book anything in Florida. So that kind of defeated the purpose, one of the main reasons that we wanted to do a Thousand Trails.
In fact, we were told the only way that we'd be able to stay in any Thousand Trails campground in Florida for 2020 would be to pay as if we didn't have a membership. Come on, you're getting behind. Come on. Want to tell everybody hello? Hey, baby. See a squirrel? See a rabbit? You see a rabbit? It's a rabbit. That was mean, but that's our way of getting her to exercise. It's kind of like Lynn saying, I've got banana pudding. So if you watch the other video, then you know that I had to bring Lynn into this decision kicking and screaming, because to be honest, it's not the kind of place that either one of us really want to spend a lot of time. These are not state parks, and they're not out in the middle of the wilderness, and it's not out in the wild, and so it's not really our kind of place. But it made such sense as far as being able to have a place to go and gather ourselves and do all those regular things we needed to do, and the availability of 14 days really was attractive to us. But if we can't book anything, then man, it just kind of defeats the purpose completely. I was not very wise in doing that, was I? So in no way are we saying that Thousand Trails doesn't work for some people. That's probably something someone's going to say is, man, it works for me. And if it does, it's a really good financial decision. You can make your money back. But for us, You know, we can only book out 60 days, and everything is booked for the entire winter of 2020. So unless we were to spend $8,000 to $10,000 and get the ability to book out 120 days, then I don't see us being able to book anything this year or next year. So that's why we decided to cancel our membership, and we only kept it for 13 hours. Probably the shortest membership in the life of 1,000 Trails.
In doing our research on 1,000 Trails, we watched a lot of YouTube videos on how it worked for people. So we know it works. It's just that because of the places that we want to go, it really doesn't work for us.
We were kind of late to the party for 2020.
Well, I don't even know if we were late for the party because we only can book out 60 days. So no matter what, there's no way we can ever book anything.
So the worst thing would happen to us if we had started 60 days ago. Well, we didn't want to go until January. So
Right.
we wanted to stay home through Christmas. So we didn't want to go until January. So how, you're right, there's no way that's never going to work for us for 60 days.
Right, for anybody.
Yeah, I don't know how it would work for anybody either. We were able to book 14-day increments in Arizona. We actually thought about going to Arizona, but we bought it so that it would help us in Florida this year. Because if you followed our channel, you kind of know that we've already driven 20,000 miles this year. In fact, I think in the year 2019, we have put 27,000 miles on our van in 2019. So we spent a lot of time behind the wheel, and we didn't want to drive all the way to Arizona this year. But we could have used it to go somewhere we didn't want to go. But you know, a sale for a pair of socks that you're never going to wear is not a good buy, you know, so that didn't make sense either.
So I don't want to bash 1,000 Trails because it works for a lot of people, and we definitely didn't mean to do that in our last video. So it just didn't work for us.
Well, and most of you that know us know that sometimes I'm a grumpy old man, and I thought I kept a good attitude about being on the phone for 65 minutes on hold, but we thought we were on hold so that we could book our first stay. I in no way in the world thought that I was on hold to be told that we wouldn't be able to book anything.
And then to be told that, you know, we might not even get our money back, even though we haven't even used it, that it goes through a committee or something. And
yeah, and it's on their website. It says you have 30 days to try it out and to cancel. And unless you stay 2 consecutive nights or 30 days have passed, they'll provide a refund. But it doesn't specify on their website how much of a refund.
yeah.
So what did we do to get our refund?
We went through our bank and just disputed the payment.
Yeah, we called our bank and they said, yeah, that's not right. They should have just given you your money back right now. We'll give you your money back. And so if you're in our situation and you bought a 1,000 Trails membership for that Cyber Monday and you're finding out the same thing that we are, that you can't use it, I think I would go through the bank instead of their refund process. But you need to make that choice yourself. That's what we did. Sometimes you guys do what we do, but I don't know that that's always the smartest thing to do. In our case, I think it worked for us, but
It definitely sounded like it was going to be a lot of red tape for them to cancel the subscription, that it had to go through a committee and, you know, you had to send a letter or an email, and then, you know, they might or might not cancel it. So it sounded like a lot of red tape. So we just opted to go through the bank and just go ahead and get our money back right now.
yeah. Customer service, they could do better on customer service. You know, I've done a lot of research as far as reading some of the Facebook groups and the forums, and there are happy people that use it, but they are, I would say they probably fall in a group of people that are persistent and dogged in the way that they chase down sites that they can stay for free. And that probably defines a lot of those guys. Folks that are wanting convenience and are used to buying things on Amazon and just clicking and getting it and being happy and, oh, you didn't like that, here, we'll give you your money back. If you're like us and that's the way you are, I'm thinking you're not going to be happy with, even if you can find places to book, there's going to come a time when their customer service is going to be lacking for you as it was for us. But we're in no way trying to bash them. It does work, and it's something that a lot of people use. And honestly, we really wish it had worked for us.
It might have been a blessing in disguise for me.
Yeah. What are you doing? Any good emails today? Leave a message and let's go. There you go. Tell them what you think. Come on. Was that a deer? Was it? Oh, okay. So there's our little follow-up to our 1,000 Trails saga. We had a short membership, and that's what happened to us. If it has worked for you, how about leaving us a message down below and tell us what you did to make it work? And if it didn't, tell us that too. I'm sure there are going to be lots of people on both sides of this. As for us, we tried it, and it just wasn't for us. We thank you for watching. If this is your first time here, take a few moments and subscribe. Leave us a comment down below, and give us a thumbs up if this was helpful in any way. In a lot of ways, we're just trying to explain why we thought we were making a good decision that turned out to be a bad decision. And if you're a husband, you've had that conversation many times. So until next time, happy tails.
You know, we shake your hand. Are you happy? And you know, we shake your hand. If you're happy, and you know it, then your life will surely go. If you're happy, and you know it's happy.
Are you happy, Mag? You don't care where we go, do you, sweetheart? You don't know anything about 1,000 tails. Is a lot of dogs, isn't it? It's a lot of dogs, but that's a lot of email you'd have to sort through.